Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his second season now out of Oklahoma.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 5 catches, 89 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Here comes this Dallas offense, led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the
a little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These two teams all tied after 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A give to Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. From the red zone now, Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. To the air again, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
They just gave up the sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They're going to look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Prescott, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Final play of the half, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the Titans who get the win at home. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Zach Wilson, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Sam Darnold, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys on one play have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Touchdown. It's complete. Devontae Smith with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On second down, here's the option. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Finding some room at midfield. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there on 4th and inches. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Rodney McLeod, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. First down, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this one quickly to Lamb. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jannard Avery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Zerline now for the PAT. they'll take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. It's caught. Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Ward to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles now down 27-20, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw, rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well. And you know in this situation, everything is spent. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with the defense out at timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Dallas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.